Well, it's been a few weeks or maybe months later, and we're actually going to go through and start the preliminary wiring for the shop. I don't know what I'm doing. Called in the reinforcements because he's done this at least a time or 20, and I think we can do this as long as he tells me what to do. So thanks for coming up.
You're welcome. I think we can get it done pretty quick.
So we're going to try, so sit back, relax, and watch us burn this place down. Garrett was really surprised when we built the shop that we were somehow able to put every knot at the 4-foot mark on these walls. It's we're bending some nails. Got it. Got all the receptacles in the wall. Garrett's head's here that he's gonna take home today. If not, I'm gonna keep it.
Already paid for it.
Already paid for it, yep. I'll definitely keep it now, but looking pretty good. About time to start drilling some holes in the wall. So a few months ago, I know I needed a brand new drill because most of mine are older than me, so I went to Harbor Freight, picked up this fancy guy because it has a cool handle. Didn't think about it being wider than the studs there, so we're making it work. Should have bought, a powerful corded 90-degree head like this guy we found on the side of the highway, because that ain't got enough juice, but I'm learning. Just, I'm an idiot. That's Garrett in the corner. So what's the humidity in here? All of it?
All of it.
It is
Florida?
Yeah, it's Florida. It is just nasty. It was 102 here yesterday and now raining, so not fun. Almost looks like you know what you're doing, like lassoing a horse here. We're getting there. He hadn't tied himself up yet. So Garrett's made me go up high in the attic area because I'm scared of heights, so thanks for the...
You're on a ladder, you weenie.
But it's still up there. Put me on a roller coaster all day long. Put me on a ladder, I load my pants.
From there to there, and then everything else. We go up. We're gonna have one. That box.
So that'll be for the soft. It's snowing sawdust in here, and I'm completely out of shape. Standing on a ladder going through a couple layers up there. Garrett called me a weenie.
It's kind of dull too. That doesn't help.
Yeah. We're not gonna buy a new one. Working smarter again, huh?
Might as well.
Still raining. A lot. And it's humid. Very humid. Well, we've got quite a bit done so far. Yep, he left his hood because it was still raining. So I'm gonna keep that, but a lot of boxes, and I even got all of them hung up there without falling off the ladder and dying, so that's a win. But, oh, you can't have enough outlets, can you? Nice. Well, that's gonna do it for today, and of course it finally quits raining and it's absolutely gorgeous out, and instead of 800% humidity like we fought all day, but we got quite a few circuits done. We're gonna come back in a couple days. It's supposed to be 100, so probably 120 in there, and just sweat. But we're getting there. We're absolutely gonna have electricity here this year. So see you in a couple days. Well, I missed getting my first ride at C10 Nationals, so we took a break from doing electric and getting a ride in the old 68 GMC.
68, first ride for you. I put about 800 miles on this thing at this point.
Did you dyno it with like 2 miles on it?
Yes.
And it's still running.
It still runs.
Well, we're back for day 2 of wiring, and it's kind of nice because sun's shining, and Garrett gave me a ride in the GMC for the first time, so that was good. We're gonna keep trucking and see how far we can get today. What are you doing, dude? Doing the hokey pokey?
This is what happens when you don't have a thing to spin it on and it doesn't come out straight. It's all twisted. See, you gotta do circles, man.
Oh. Yeah.
Like this.
You should do that. Do that lots.
You can do it.
Do it lots of times, and then get on that scaffolding. That should be a good combination. You're weird.
Sweaty.
I used to think you're crazy, but now I see you're nuts. Yeah, it's hot in here. We're losing it. Yeah, so if you're going to be doing electric, I highly recommend some scaffolding, because that's been nice. He's just been able to stand up there and I push him around and get a lot of stuff done quick. All right, so we've wrapped up day number 2 of wiring, and it's hot. It's 100 something in here, and Garrett's sweatier than me. I just pushed him around on like a cart all day, and he did all the.
It's hot up there, guys.
He did the hard stuff. He's sweatier, and
You don't do anything.
I'm motivation for him. So we'll wrap things up here. Probably one more day before the electrician comes out, and we're gonna have power. So that's gonna be pretty exciting. So big shout out to Garrett. Thanks for coming up and bringing the GMC. I actually get to take a ride in it today, so that was pretty cool finally. So.
Motivation to get this done and start building on something.
Dang right. We'll see you. Well, Garrett and I knocked out a couple days of the preliminary wiring, but I've got my licensed electrician coming out here today to pull the permit. He's gonna go through and pigtail and wire everything up, the final stuff. That way we can pass our rough-in inspection and get the panel set. Then we can call out the power company. They can run the main line in and hopefully get the city out here to give us our final and start working. But it's gonna be 102 degrees today, so we're gonna go in and sweat. So here's the soffit lights I chose, and these are just the house brand commercial electrics from Home Depot. I think I gave 40 bucks, 45 bucks for these for a 4-pack. I'm gonna do 4 on each side. I like these because they're color changing from soft white all the way to daylight. That way if you don't like the color, you just change it. So I'm gonna stab these up. So it's 114 in here right now. We got a fan going with an extension cord, so that's good, but getting some work done. It's not going very fast though. So So like I said earlier, that the power company is going to go through and provide and pull all of the wire to the shop from this existing post with our new service, as long as we were within 130 feet. But I do have to have a guide or a pull wire in there, and I've already put the conduit down. I didn't want to have to run the string in, put a 10-foot section, put a string through 10-foot section. So I'm going to go through and use the old vacuum trick where I've got to get it through that 90 right there all the way to the shop. So see if this works. So here's the game plan. I went through and grabbed me a spool of twine, and on the end of it, I tied just a plastic grocery sack really tight. I'm gonna stick it down the conduit on this end, and then 120 feet down back at the building, I'm gonna stick my shop back and suck it through, and hopefully that works the first time. And once I do that, then I can go through with my heavy duty rope, tie that, and then pull it back through. That way the power company has some really strong wire, and I'm sure it's not strong enough and they'll tell me it's wrong, but that's the plan. Looks easy on the internet, so I'm sure this will take me 12 times. So let's get started. All right, so I got my helpers out here. We put our spool on a twig, and she's gonna hold it, and sister's gonna throw the bag down the hole, and I'm gonna go the other end and start sucking it through there. Don't let your arm go down the hole, okay? All right, boogers, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, you can, as soon as you hear the vacuum come on, you can stick down there.
Okay.
Well, let's see if this works as good as the internet says it should.
Oh, dang it.
First try. Internet's just wonderful. How cool. See how the girls like that. All right, so we've gone through and got the bag out of the vacuum. So now I'm just gonna take the twine, tie it to my pull rope, and then feed it all the way back to the other end to the transformer there. That way when the power company comes, they can tie their wire to the pull rope, and boom, we got a service to the shop. So let's do that. Hang on, Biz. Just a little knot.
Looks like snowman blew up.
And that will do it. Is this Queen of the Hills?
Yeah.
That's why I left that rock pile just for you guys.
Yay.
Or I actually got too tired to shovel it, so. Yep. So I saved the second half of the shop to use the hole saw and cut all the rest of the soffit lights in until it was like shaded, but it's 104 right now in Kansas, so I don't think it really matters. And all that sawdust just lands on your sweaty face and arms and then turns to like glue, so it's bad. So I don't know, it's a long day, so I'm gonna keep kicking because I'm paying that guy by the hour. So the more I do, the less I pay him. So yeah. Well, that's going to be a wrap for today, and we just kind of ran out of hours and energy because it was just blazing hot today, and I don't know, it just kind of sucks the life right out of you. But we got the outside stuff wrapped up, got the panel up, most of the wiring's done. I've got a boatload of staples to install tomorrow and get the outside outlets finished up. But 2, 3, 12 hours and we'll be done. So see you guys tomorrow. So here's the panel we chose, and it's a Eaton BR, and I know BR is not the best line, but I got a great deal on it, and I got a spectacular deal on a bunch of brand new breakers from an electrician, so that kind of made the decision that I was going to use this panel, but looks really clean and should be plenty for the shop. Hey, get. Today we're a couple weeks out just due to all the rain we got here in the Kansas area, and idiot. Well, it's been 34 days since we had our rough inspection, and guess what? Still no power. This is, this sucks. You know, I usually hire the wrong contractors. That's why I do a lot of stuff myself, but this one's kind of out of my hands. We're waiting on the power company to run the service line in the meter here, so I don't know. They told me it was going to be a couple weeks because they got behind due to rain. But I mean, we're over a month now, and I'm just getting the runaround, and I don't know what's going to happen. So it's not mad. Well, finally, I got a little good news, and you know, the power company called me last night and said they will be here today to hook up the service to this building, and I don't know. I've heard that story before, so we'll see when I get home from work today if it's actually done or not. But it has been 47 days since we got that rough inspection done. And the runaround I was getting was they got pushed back a couple weeks due to all the rain. Then I didn't realize they actually use subcontractors to run the service to smaller buildings and other things. And I guess there was a lack of communication between the two. So until I called in 3 weeks later, they didn't know that I wasn't taken care of yet, which seems kind of weird to me. But anywho, then the subs, they basically quit here in Kansas when Hurricane Helene came and wiped out parts of North Carolina and Tennessee. So they took off to go make big money there. But the power company says they're going to send 3 of their own guys. They're going to get everything set up at the pole, get me hooked up here. So I just hope when I get off work today that, you know, we have energy, so we'll find out. Well, this looks promising. I bet we got the power. Well, my electrician said he'd come by and check everything out before we do the final inspection, so it's kind of nice for him to offer to do that. So check everything out, see if it works. Well, Darren just threw the switch. We got power to the shop finally. Only took a month and a half.
That's just crazy. I knew for sure when I called you, you were going to tell me, yeah, it's been on, I've been doing my watch.
Well, everything worked perfect, except for a brand new GFCI. Go figure. Yep, look at that. So if I stuck my finger in here right now, I could electrocute myself to death, which is awesome. That means we finally have power out to this building. And tell you what, we went through and put 31 interior outlets in here, and we kind of leapfrogged onto a different circuit each time. We've got 6 up in the ceiling. We've got 3 exterior outlets wired up for the garage door opener that will probably be years before I put in here. But man, we can really start pressing forward now can go through and come up with an insulation plan, get the walls up, and just try to get as much knocked out before the winter hits as we can. But truly, the only thing we really stumbled upon was having one bad GFCI so far. So, man, this is a good day. Well, it's official. We finally have power to the shop, and I know it was almost a year to get that done, and that seems like a terribly long time, which it was, but I just couldn't afford to spend that $8,000 to $12,000 to go through and hire somebody to, knock it out in 30 days. That was just not in the budgets. I couldn't afford to do that and take away, stuff from the kiddos and take time away from my trucks. So it just kind of is what it is, but I saved a fortune by stockpiling parts for 6 or 8 months, getting that conduit, getting the wire, getting all the breakers, finding all these great deals. My cousin Garrett came up and spent 2 days with me doing the prelim wiring. I found an awesome electrician, just kind of pay as you go with him. He let me do as much as I could. It worked out great. I think my final total was just shy of $3,000 to get everything done. Well, if you guys haven't, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you come back because I still don't have lights in here. And I partnered up with a pretty cool company and we came up with some pretty cool lighting solutions here. I think it's gonna be pretty sweet. If you guys don't know, I started my own website. I don't really know what I'm doing yet, but it's c10trucknerd.com. So check that out. Help me, help you. Is that Jerry Maguire? That's Jerry Maguire. I don't know what I'm saying now. So anywho, I appreciate your time and thanks for watching. Did you know the human head weighs 8 pounds? Would you look at that? The first time in a year having electricity to do the shop in exterior illumination. Why did I wait so long?